All right, last thing here, people. Find the inverse of the following function stating the domain and range. All right, let's do this. So here it is. Amazing. There it is. If we want to find the inverse of this, what do? You swap the x and y. So you're going to go x is equal to 2y minus 5. You then do some rearranging. Once you've got it like this, you can now say log of base 2 of x plus 5 is equal to y. All right, there's our inverse. Now what we have to do is we have to say, all right, the inverse, now it wants us to state the domain and range of it. So this is where, a little bit of thinking is involved, and I'll write in function notation as well. All right, so what is the domain? Well, hopefully just by looking at this, you can immediately understand that the domain has to be when this is greater than 0. So that means x is greater than negative 5. So this will be negative 5 to 0. This, all real numbers, is going to be log, sorry, I have to do it again. It's going to be f of negative 1 of x is equal to log 2x plus 5. So there's our answer. But it does say that it wants the domain and range. And at the time being, we haven't done that. We've only given the domain. So let's just come over here for a second. And let's just kind of really break this down. Let's find the domain of f, the range of f. All right, what's the domain of f? So remember, f is this original one. What's the domain of this thing? Well, the domain is just going to be all real numbers. What I'm literally doing here is I'm picturing what this graph looks like. It shifted 5 down, and then it just looks like that. Do you see here? There's just all real numbers there. My range of this is going to be from 5 to infinity, right? So from negative 5 to infinity. So starting there and going all the way there. You can then easily find the domain of the inverse and the range of the inverse just by swapping these things around. So this is going to be negative 5 and 0 and all real numbers. And again, if we were to graph this, you can see this in action. So if we would come back over here and give this another sketch again and say, all right, this time, if I'm looking here, this is telling me I'm shifted 3 to the left, and it's going to go up like that. Well, as you can see, my range is negative 5, my domain is negative 5 to 0, all my x values there, and my range is all my y values, which are just all real numbers. So that's kind of how you can get a sense of what's going on there. All right, we'll pause here and then continue on.